guys. My name is Renee Wilson, and I'm one of the coaches for Grace and Strength. Tonight on the call, I have Donna, who lives in Tennessee. She just recently reached her goal weight. Congratulations, Donna.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I am doing more than fabulous.
How does it feel to finally have reached your goal weight?
There is no words that can describe it. It's fabulous. It's better than I ever dreamed it would be.
How much did you actually lose on the program?
I've lost a total of 133 pounds on the Grace and Strength program.
Wow, that is awesome. Well, I just wanted to say that it's been such a pleasure being your coach. I think you've been on it for about a year. We went through every holiday. I think we went through every emotion, everything we could possibly go through, we went through. And it's been such a pleasure. And, you know, I think I can count on one hand how many, you know, weekly calls that you missed, which is awesome. I mean, out of the whole year, I mean, it was maybe 2 or 3 at that.
I really do think that's the secret, is to stay connected. And it really did. I could tell a difference if I wasn't on the calls.
Right.
I think the calls are real important. Even if I had a bad week, the calls kept me focused and kept me on track. And I felt like I was part of a team and there was accountability. All that was important.
Right. I know. Can you believe you're here? I mean, 133 pounds.
It's unbelievable.
It's hard to lose 1 pound, much less 133 pounds.
I know.
So thinking about that, so go back to well, first of all, how did you find Grace and Strength?
From an angel that God sent to me, who happened to be your mother. Yeah. I had seen your mother around. I knew her first name. You know, we said hello to each other. And one day she sat next to me on the couch at the dance studio, and she told me how good I looked. And I said, "Oh, you're just being too nice." I said, "I've been trying for 9 months and all I've lost is 17 pounds. And she said, "I need to send you a link to something my daughter's doing." And I gave her my email address, never really expecting to have it, I didn't even give it another thought, to be honest with you. Right. Well, that night she sent me a link to Grace and Strength, and I started looking at it, and it was like God was speaking to me. It was like, this is what I needed to do. There was no doubt. So I think that was the night I texted your mom and said, "You think your daughter would talk to me tonight?" And then you called me back. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I signed up at 8 o'clock the next morning.
Yep.
So,
and a year later, here we are. You're at your goal weight.
Yeah.
Just awesome. It's been such a pleasure having you as one of my ladies. It's been so awesome walking it out with you. And, again, through all the emotions, all the holidays, I mean, crying and, I'm going to quit. And just like, no, calm down. And look, you finally, you did it.
Yeah.
So I'm so proud of you. But so think back to the day that you joined. Talk about who that person was at the very beginning.
I don't even know that person. I look at pictures of me a year ago. I watched a couple videos of me that my kids had taken, and I have no idea who that person is. Mm-hmm. It's really strange because I really feel like I was at the end of my rope. I really didn't care if I woke up in the morning. I wasn't fully engaged in being on this planet in any way, shape, or form. I just was going through the motions. And I think it shows in the pictures. It's just like, ugh. Yeah. And, when I feel like I feel now and I look at my pictures now, that's how I've always felt, like mentally on the inside. Mm-hmm. But when I look at those pictures from a year ago, I don't even know who that person is.
Mm-hmm. And now you're posting pictures of you in a bathing suit. I mean, who thought you'd be posted in a bathing suit? Because before you'd want to be covering up and not even being in the.
I wouldn't even have been in the pictures. Right. I would have been taking the pictures.
Right.
And so for me to have my picture taken on the beach was like a big deal. And then to say, "Oh yeah, you can put it on Facebook," I was like, I can't believe I just said that.
I know. Isn't that so awesome where you don't have to hide anymore? I mean, and especially in a bathing suit, you don't have to hide anymore. And that's so awesome.
Yeah.
But okay, so take us through your journey. How was your journey? Was it easy? And be real.
Okay, I'll be real. The beginning of it was super easy for me because I was so excited. What, did you hear that?
Mhm.
I was so excited and um, just couldn't get enough of everything I was supposed to do, all the reading, all the um, following the rules, and because I really like rules. You know me. I love rules. I love that parameter. And I would say, I'd say for the first 6 months, easy. First 6 months, I never cheated. And I'm being honest. And I think it's because I had so much to lose and I had so far to go and I was so focused. And every single day, it was like every pound gone gave me more strength and more conviction and more confidence. And it was like this layer of fog being lifted from my brain. And I felt more alive every day than I did the day before.
Mhm.
So it was like awesome. Now, when it got hard was when I had started to lose so much. You know, I had, it was after I lost the first 100 that I probably had my first little treat.
Mhm.
And then it got hard because I felt like, oh, I've lost all this weight. I deserved it. I should be able to have something. And that was the kiss of death because I should have stayed true and I would have only taken another couple months. And you know, that's the honesty of it because it made it harder. When I cheated, it made it harder.
Mhm.
And you know, of course, looking back, hindsight's always 2020. Um, but I needed the journey to be what it was, and it was a glorious moment when I finally reached my goal.
Mhm.
And it did bring a lot of stuff into focus for me. I realized that a lot of my depression and a lot of my funk that I was in was because of the food I was eating.
Mhm.
Diet sodas and sugar are not my friend at all. And I can honestly say if I have anything, if I have something sugary now, I feel blah the next day. And it just reminds me of what that I used to feel.
Mhm.
And I don't want to have a thing to do with it. I love eating healthy. I love eating clean. Food tastes good. Real food tastes fabulous.
Right, and your taste buds have probably changed too. You probably crave healthy stuff now than some of the bad things.
I do.
Yeah. And also, you have brought so many ladies to Grace and Strength. I mean, what's the number now of the ladies that are watching you?
Well, there's 8 that already signed up,
8. Wow.
but there's probably another 4 or 5 that are getting ready to.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had 2 or 3 people in the last couple days just talk to me about it again.
Hmm.
I think they all just wanted to watch and see how I did. And I'm pretty honest with them. It's, you know, you have to be mentally ready and focused and prepared. And you have to be convicted that this is what you need to be doing.
Right.
It's not an easy program.
Right. I mean, no, if it was easy, everybody would do it. I mean, it's definitely hard, but I mean, anything we want in life, it's going to take work. It's going to take discipline, for us to get there. And you did it. And again, I'm so proud of you. But going back to your journey, were there any aha moments along the way that just, went off that maybe you didn't before?
Um, I guess it was after the first time I gave myself a treat,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt so bad. It was then I realized, oh my gosh, food has been what's been dragging me down.
Mm-hmm.
The wrong foods. I shouldn't say food. The wrong foods. And because I just always thought I was gonna be battling depression my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had any bout with depression. I haven't had hot flashes. Nothing. I mean, they're all gone. It's when I now have sugar.
Right.
So that I think was the biggest aha for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then another incredibly big aha was that I've always been very faithful and I've always prayed to God. I've always been thankful to God, but I've never dreamed I could go to Him to help me lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the reason why it was so easy for the first 100 pounds was because God was right there every step of the way. And it never felt hard because, and it still doesn't. It's not like He left after 100 pounds.
Right.
It's still easy, but I made it hard on myself.
Right.
But it's been an eye-opening experience all the way around.
Awesome. Well, you look beautiful. I mean, you look young. You look younger than your daughter. I've seen pictures of. I mean, no offense to her or anything, but you look so young and hip and everything.
Funny. I had a lot of people tell me that I look, 20 years younger
Right.
than
You,
I did.
yeah. And I bet you feel 20 years younger too.
Oh, I do. I do. I do CrossFit 3 days a week. I walk 6 miles 3 days a week. There isn't anything like we went to my son's graduation from the Marines this last week, and I know if it had been a year ago, I would have dreaded every moment because it was so hot there. It was, close to 100 degrees every day. But because I didn't have all that excess weight, it didn't bother me. I could park the van far away and walk. We probably walked 6 miles, 7 miles in one day. A year ago, I could have never done that.
Oh my goodness.
I helped carry his, duffel bags and all that stuff. None of that could have happened a year ago. I was out of breath and miserable and everything.
Wow. Well, that leads me into my next question. How does your life look different now? How are you today compared to where you first were?
Oh, not even in the same ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
A year ago, when I did get up, I would get out of bed, do what I absolutely had to do during the day. I'd sit on the couch or in a chair. I'd watch TV. I had excuses for everything, and I'd go to bed early. Now I get up early. I stay up late. I feel like I've missed something if I haven't done some exercise in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel better. It gives me more energy when I exercise. So I enjoy it. I haven't been through a drive-through in since May. Well, 14 months.
Wow, that's awesome.
I've been through a drive-through.
Stay away from those.
My pocketbook loves me for that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and in the long run, I think I've saved money because we were spending so much at the drive-through. Mm-hmm. Now that same money I'm spending on good, healthy food at the grocery, and we're all eating here at the house. So it's been life-changing all the way around.
Right, and I know even your husband's lost weight with you being on the program.
He's lost 55 pounds.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Wow.
And he's making good choices too. Like the other night with all the kids here, I've had some pasta and rice and things that we don't normally have.
Right.
And he didn't put any on his plate. And I know, and normally he would have. So he's making good choices too.
Well, I bet he feels like he's got a brand new wife. I mean, he's probably like, who is this lady? But it's for the better,
Yeah.
So that is awesome. Well, I know with Through Grace and Strength, a lot of people may not know that we are a faith-based company, and we talk about God and the Bible and stuff like that. How do you think that helped you on this journey?
I don't. There's no way I could have done it without it. And like I said earlier, it's not. It never occurred to me to go to God for weight loss. Mm-hmm. There were other problems I would pray about, and I always prayed being thankful for stuff or to help other people, but it never occurred to me to pray for the help I needed. Mm-hmm. And so it was definitely an eye opener, and I know for a fact I would have never made it without it. So.
Right. And don't you feel confident now that you're going to be able to keep this weight off? I mean, don't you feel like going through this program that you have the tools? And two, one of the things cool about Grace and Strength is that, once you reach your goal, we don't just throw you out there. I mean, you're in this, for life. Once you reach goal, then you move to our alumni group, and because you still need help. Once you reach your goal, you're still going to need help, and I'm still here for you for you as well. I'm not just but I'm still here for you too. But that's just one thing that's kind of cool, because even after you reach your goal, you still need that accountability. You still need those calls every other week or twice a month. So that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Okay. So talk to the ladies. If there's some ladies that are wondering if they should join, what would you say to them?
Don't wait another minute. I wish I would have found this program 5 years ago, but the timing was right. When I found it, I jumped on it, and it was my time. But whether you have 40 pounds to lose or 200 pounds to lose, it doesn't matter. It works, and you'll never ever feel better physically, emotionally, spiritually, or mentally. This is an all-encompassing program that you'll feel better all the way around. It's not just the weight loss; it's a full package.
Right. Well, Donna, thank you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, so don't hesitate.
Yes. Well, yeah. Well, Donna, thank you so much for being on the call tonight. And again, it was such a pleasure, being with you for a year, walking it out with you again, every holiday, every emotion we went through together. It's just been awesome. And just to see you now, I mean, I could just cry because it's so awesome. I mean, just the way that you've changed from the first night I talked to you to now. I mean, you are just completely a different person. I mean, completely lost a person. And
yes.
It's amazing. And all the women that you're witnessing to, that you brought to Grace and Strength, and, and just witnessing to in general, I mean, they're watching you, whether you know it or not. People are still watching you. So it's just amazing. And again, just losing 1 pound is hard work, but 133 pounds, I mean, that's just awesome. So just thank you so much. And thank you for being on the call tonight. And I will see you later.
Okay, thank you. It's been wonderful. Bye.
Later.